Welcome to our lesson on exponential functions. Today, we're exploring functions where the variable is in the exponent, following the form f of x equals a times b to the power of x. An exponential function is a mathematical function in which the variable appears in the exponent. The standard formula is f of x equals a times b to the x power. In this formula, a represents the initial value of the function, which is the value when x equals 0. The b is the base, which determines the rate of growth or decay. It's important to remember that b must be a positive number and cannot be 1. The coefficient, a, in our exponential function is the starting point. It tells us the value of the function when x is 0. Because of this, it is also the y-intercept of the graph. For instance, in the function f of x equals 2 times 3 to the power of x, the initial value is 2. This means the graph of the function will cross the y-axis at the point 0, 2. When the base b of an exponential function is greater than 1, we witness exponential growth. This means that as the value of x increases, the function's value, f of x, increases at an accelerating rate. A simple example of this is the function f of x equals 2 to the power of x, where the base is 2. The graph will curve upwards, showing rapid growth. On the other hand, if the base b is a number between 0 and 1, the function exhibits exponential decay. In this case, as x increases, the value of f of x gets smaller and smaller, approaching 0. For example, in the function f of x equals 1/2 to the power of x, the base is 1/2. The graph will curve downwards, getting closer and closer to the x-axis. Exponential functions have several important characteristics. The domain, which is all possible x values, includes all real numbers from -infinity to positive infinity. The range, or all possible y values, consists of all positive real numbers, assuming a is positive. A key feature is the horizontal asymptote at the x-axis, meaning the graph gets infinitely close to y equals 0, but never actually touches or crosses it. Let's consider a real-world example of exponential growth. Imagine a population of bacteria that starts with 100 individuals and doubles every hour. We can model this with the function f of t equals 100 times 2 to the power of t, where t represents time in hours. If we want to know the population after 3 hours, we calculate f of 3, which is 100 times 2 to the power of 3, resulting in 800 bacteria. Now for an example of exponential decay. Consider a radioactive substance with a half-life of 1 year. If you begin with 20 grams of this substance, its decay can be described by the function f of t equals 20 times 1/2 to the power of t, where t is the time in years. To find out how much is left after 2 years, we calculate f of 2, which is 20 times 1/2 squared. This gives us 5 grams remaining. It's crucial to distinguish between linear and exponential functions. Linear functions change by a constant amount with each step. This is an additive change. Exponential functions, however, change by a constant percentage or factor. This is a multiplicative change. While a linear graph is a straight line, an exponential graph is a curve that becomes progressively steeper or flatter. In mathematics, there's a special, irrational number known as e, which is approximately 2.718. This number serves as the base for the natural exponential function, f of x equals e to the x power. This particular function is fundamental in modeling continuous growth processes, such as continuously compounded interest or natural population growth. Sometimes, we need to find the value of the exponent, x, in an exponential equation. This process usually requires logarithms. A logarithm is the inverse operation of exponentiation. For example, if we have the equation b to the power of x equals y, we can rewrite it in logarithmic form as the log base b of y equals x. So, for a simple equation like 2 to the power of x equals 8, we can easily see that x is 3. Using logarithms, we would say the log base 2 of 8 is 3. To wrap up, exponential functions are defined by the formula f of x equals a times b to the x power. The term gives us the initial value. When the base b is greater than 1, we have growth. When it's between 0 and 1, we have decay. The function's domain covers all real numbers, and its range is typically all positive numbers. These functions are incredibly useful for describing and predicting phenomena in finance, biology, and many other fields.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.